Hey, so it's Asia with Asia's Cozy Crochet Corner. So I've been immersed in projects for my upcoming bazaar. It is getting that time. It is bazaar season. If you crocheted and it's like winter festivals and Christmas festivals and all kinds of crazy stuff. So I love to get in the bazaars. I love to meet new people. I love to get feedback. So it's kind of like having a store. So for a day. So I just enjoy myself. But with that being said, I've been busy, 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 busy. But I wanted to show you guys a quick tutorial on how to make a simple scarf because it's cold outside. You need to be warm, and we need to get you in some scarves. So I'm gonna do a couple different scarves videos, but I'm gonna keep this one kind of simple so everybody can make it. So with that being said, you see some of my stuff behind me. I'm trying to tell you, it is crazy. I am doing nothing but crochet, 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 people. So let's get to the table and let's make up a simple scarf. Okay, everybody. So what we're gonna need for this project, we're gonna get right into it. We need whatever yarn you want to make your scarf in. You need another yarn to use to make your tassels in if you're going to make tassels. I'm gonna show you how to do this with tassels or turn this into an infinity scarf. And these are the tassels, and so you get whatever color you would like for that. You're going to need a larger hook to pass through your tassels if you're making tassels. I like to use a CD case in order to wrap my tassels around so I can make sure they're all even. So you'll need, if not a CD case, because I mean, like, who has CDs anymore? I just happen to have this video of my daughter's settlement choir from a while ago. But you can use a book, or you could just gauge it by hand. And of course, you're going to need scissors. So I don't know if I said it, but I am using a 5.5 millimeter hook, and that is goes along with the yarn that I'm using. If you're using a different yarn, you can always look on the back. Most yarn has the gauges that would be perfect for your yarn, and you use whichever gauge would be perfect for you. So going right into it, I'm just going to show you how to do the 2-row repeat. There is just a 2-row repeat, and it's very, very simple. So for this size, I did 25 plus 2 chains to begin, which gave me 25 across in my row. So I'm working 25 doubles. Okay, so if you can make this as wide or as not as wide if you want as you want to, you would just have to have an uneven number for this pattern. So just work up any uneven number plus 2. So I'm going to do a small swatch for y'all. So I am going to get my yarn on my hook, and you do that whatever way is best for you. And then I want you to chain up your desired amount. In my case, just to show you a small sample, I am going to chain up 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then my plus 2. 1, 2. So the reason for the plus 2 is I want this to be 11 across. But if you know, when you start, you do not go into the first hole to start making your doubles. You can chain over, and 1, 2, 3, and then the fourth one you're going to make a double on there. And let me show you why that plus 2 matters. Because when you do that, this chain 3 now becomes a double. Okay, let me do that again for the people in the back. So you're not going to go in the first loop from your hook. You're going to go in the second. You're not going to go in the third. You're going to go in the fourth one and make a double. Okay, now you're just going to be making doubles all the way across this row. And when you're done, you should come out with your desired amount. In my case, 11. Yeah. So I'm working on a bazaar, and I'm knee deep in hats and scarves for this bazaar. And I figured, let me come on camera and show my crochet people how to make a simple scarf. This is very, very beginner friendly, and even for intermediate to advanced, it's a fun scarf to make up. And this one is for a child. Well, I've made mine for a child because I wanted something simple to go along with a cute hat that I have made. See, and find our last stitch, and voila, we have 11 on our chain. So the next thing you want to do when you come to the end of your chain, end of your row, is chain 1 and turn. So now we're going to yarn over and make a double into the first hole. Okay, so our first space gets a double, and then this is where we're switching the pattern. So I want you to chain 1. That chain 1 is going to hold the space for this double, and then I want you to double into the next space and chain 1. Again, the chain 1 holds the place for this space, so I want you to go into the next space and make a double and chain 1. Again, chain 1 holding the space for the next stitch. So in the next one, we will make a double. And chain 1. And chain 1 holding the space for this one. We're going to go to the next one and make a double. Again, making a chain 1. Let's see, this space right here is being held with the chain 1. So in our chain 3, it's masquerading as a double. We want to, in the top of it, put another double. Now you cannot forget this stitch. You forget this stitch, everything's going to be all off. So we're going to go in the top there, and we're going to put a double crochet, and there you have it. That is our basic pattern, and we will be carrying this pattern out throughout our whole project. I'll do a couple more rows with you. So we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. Yarn over, and into that first double, we're going to put another double. Because this row will be doubles all the way across. Now into our chain 1 space, we're going to go inside that space, and we're going to put a double. Now in the top of this double, we want to put, you guessed it, a double. And into our chain 1 space, you want to put a double. Very simple pattern. Double in the top of here, and double inside here. So every double gets another double. Every chain 1 space gets a double. Go right inside the hole. And go right inside the top of this one. And inside the hole again. And last and final, we're going to go inside the top of here. On our end, made a double. So there you have it. It creates nice little gapings, and I think it looks really, really cute. Nice and simple. So we're going to chain up one, turn, and let's do our double, chain one double row. So into the first space, you want to make a double. Yarn, try to get away from me. Then you want to chain one. Chain one, creating the space for this double. You want to go into the next space and make a double. Chain one, skip this space, next space gets a double. Chain one, skip this space, next space gets a double. Chain one, skip this space, next space gets a double. Chain one, skip this space, next space, which is our end, gets a double. Chain one, and each top gets a double. Each large one, chain one space gets a double. And there you have it. That is how you're going to work up this whole entire piece. One row of doubles, one row of chain one, double, chain one, double. And you can make this as wide as you want to by just starting in your foundation chain, just chaining more. And you can make this as long as you want to. Just continue to go up till you get your desired length. And that is it. And when you come to the end, if this is the end of your project and you've chained, you've gone up as high as you want it to go, and this was the end, you would just go into your last stitch, make a double, chain one, cut your yarn, and pull through. And that is it. And then you would take a tapestry needle, which I did not bring to the table with me, and just weave in your ends, which your only end will be your beginning end and this one, unless you have changed colors. Now you can always put a little jazz into it and change colors, and maybe have the double row one color, then the chain, the double chain one row another color, and so forth and so on, and get a nice pattern. So I'm gonna put that aside, and I want to show you our already finished work. This is our already finished work. So with this one, I want to show you how to put the tassels on. Okay, tassel making is fun, and you just want to always remember how whatever you do on one side, you want to do the same thing on the other side. So what I'm going to do, and you can try to do this any method you want. If you, like I said, if you have a book or anything, you can do that as well. So I want to place my thumb on my yarn, giving me a little bit of hang. I want my tassels to at least do 8 in one. So for that, I'm only going to need 4 strands for my tassels. So I want to wrap around 1, 2, 3, 4. Catch my yarn down here. Now you want to remember to only cut at the bottom. I'm going to cut off that yarn and that, making it even now. And then I'm going to cut here. So my tassels will be basically even. Once I have my tassel, I want to take my larger hook, and I should have weaved in my ends, but no worries. You'll do that when you weave in your ends before you start this process, people. So I want to find my corner hole, and I'm just going to grab my tassel and I'm going to pull it down. Once I have it pulled down, you see I have the loops. Put your finger through the loops, finger through the loops, and go in and grab your strands and just pull down. And that is it. We have tasselage Tasseled each people. It worked out. So how I like to do it, I like to go from one corner to the other corner to the middle, then maybe a couple here and a couple here. So if you want to, you can count out your spaces and you can place them evenly along your work. Me, I'm extra. I'm gonna zigzag all over the place. But you don't have to zigzag like me. I just like doing everything a little different. Too much coffee this morning. Just working it up in a row would just be boring. I need to be a little fancy. So I'm going to jump around. Okay, so, and then I also want mine even. I don't want to look like I put too much thought into it. It's just like, boom, tassel. So go through the corner, grab your tassels, pull through. You're not pulling all the way through. You want to stop once you get it through enough. Put your finger in and grab your tassels. Now remember, if I'm going this way and I'm putting my tassels on this way, then I must keep that same rhythm all the way across, or it would be different. If I was to put my hook in the opposite way and this part be here, then I'm going to do that the exact same way all the way out, because you will be able to tell if your tassels are going different ways. But this is the way I'm doing it. Grab your tassel, pull through, and pull down. And there we go. We're going to work up one more. Again, let her hang. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to cut our yarn at the bottom. Go back again. Cut here. Take this off of here. Oh, I messed up my tassel. All right, and I'm gonna find my middle, which is right about here to me. And I'm gonna go through. Once I have my yarn, I'm gonna grab it. You should be able to fit both of my fingers in to grab and pull through. And there we go. Tassels. So that is how you make your tassels. You put them in wherever you would like, however many you would like. If you want longer tassels, just make your long tassels longer. If you want shorter tassels, make your tassels shorter. And you can always wait till you get them on here to trim the end. But I like it if I use this one. They're basically all accurate right across. So that is how you do the tassels. So say you don't want tassels. Tassels are not your thing. And you make this lovely piece like this. How about turning it into an infinity scarf? So if I was to turn this, and I left a little bit of yarn on here so I can show you this. If I was to make this an infinity scarf, what I would do was to just get in there. What I would do is just take and put the ends and match them up together. And you've seen my video on joining. So we just want to, what we do on one side, oh, I already did it. What we do on one side, we want to do on the other. So I want to place my hook through my yarn here. And then I want to go through the corner on the opposite side. And join it on. So I'm going to go through the loop at the top of this double and on the top of this one. If I'm on the first one in the front, I'm on the first one in the back. I'm through both tops of my doubles. Grab my yarn, pull through, and I want to make a single. Crochet, pull down, and go through that edge and go through that one and pull through and make a single. I also have a video on joining granny squares. You're pretty much going to join this in the exact same manner. You're going to go through whatever you are in the top, in the front. If you're on the third stitch in the front, you want to be on the third stitch in the back. And you want to grab your yarn, pull through both spaces, yarn over, and make a single crochet. And you would do that all the way down this line, and that would give you a join. And I'm not going to go all the way down, folks, but that would give you a join, and you see how your join would come out. This would all be perfectly joined, and boom, just like that, infinity scarf. Okay, so if I was making this into an infinity scarf, I would want to make this piece longer, make it longer, because I don't believe an infinity scarf is an infinity scarf unless I could wrap it around my neck at least 2 times. So but then that's me, maybe that's not you. So that's how it would join, and like that you have an infinity scarf. So this is a simple scarf. I hope you like this tutorial, because this one piece can turn into multiple things. Hey, you want to get cute, make a blanket with it. I love learning new stitches and incorporating new stitches into new items, because it only takes your mind to make a design. You can just sit down and just go anywhere with crochet. So there you go. That is it. I would love to see your work when you're done. Just remember, multiples of 11. So, I mean 11. Yeah, no, uneven. I made this into 11. You want to do an uneven number, so it always comes out when you're doing this row. You won't have if you made an even number, you would be ending on a hole. You can't end on a hole. So you got to make it a uneven number, whatever size you make it. And I'd love to see how your simple scarf turns out. So send me pictures. Okay? Here you go. All right, y'all. Okay, gang, so I wanted to show you a video of this scarf in action with our lovely model, Nevaeh.
Hi.
So this is the hat that I made that I wanted to make this scarf for. She is wearing it so well. I love it. So I'm going to put a pom-pom on this hat because it's a children's hat, and I don't want it to go without a pom-pom. So I will be putting that on there later. But the scarf turned out very, very well. I did make a children's scarf. So if you're an adult and you want a scarf, you just make it a little bit longer. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed making the simple scarf with me. Work up your patterns, however you're going to do it, infinity scarf, or if you're going to do the tassels, boom, tasselage. So hook it up however you're going to hook it up, and hit me, let's see, on Facebook. I'm on Facebook, Age of Joy with the Crochet Corner. And on Instagram, I am at Age's Cozy Crochet Corner, also Age of Joy Watson. And send me your stuff. I would love to see how you do the simple project that we just did and what you make of it. So don't forget to subscribe. If you like this video, push that button, and I'll see you again on our Cozy Corner.